Hello my friends, my name is Roman and this is a 19th tutorial about JavaScript. Today we will talk about arrays. Arrays it's some kind of object that can store numbered values and gives us methods to manipulate them. So here is example of some array. Var some array, and we use to write it square brackets. We can store here each data we want, for example these numbers. So it's a simplest array, and I will show you how it looks like inside. So each value stored under some number, so it's stored like this: 0, 1 and 2. So this is an index, this is an index, and this is an index, and it's stored it's stored with this case inside because it's object. So let's look, let's log how we can retrieve some data from this array. Some array, and to retrieve data we should to use square brackets again, and here we should to add this index. For example, here we want to retrieve first second element, because arrays always 0 based, so 0 is the first element of array. So here, and we see that it's 5. Also we can check the type of this array, and it should be object, as I told before. We will talk about objects later in the next lessons. Okay, and type of it's an object, as you see here. Also, I want to show you another variant to write to create object. We can use special function to do this. So it looks like this: create a variable, some other array, and we use this construction new array. And here in the brackets we write another values. I will show you, for example 18, and for example 556. So here we have created the same way, like this. Output is the same array, but this is another way to do it. So also let's retrieve some data. For example, first element, and we see 29. Also some note about writing this way. If we have here only one parameter, only for example 29, so it means that it's not first element, it's it means that this array has length 29. I will show you. Here we so we see that this array has length 29. I will show you about this method also here. So here let's write some array length. Also we see that this array has oh yes, now this array has 3 elements, this one has 29. Generally arrays are dynamically they can always change their length, because we can always add or remove some elements, but this is some feature of JavaScript array. Okay, and also I want to show you that we can store every data types in array. That it's also numbers, it's strings, or it's booleans, also functions and other objects. I will show you this here. Let's create array. It's very often use this method with this square brackets, so it's always almost always use it in practice. And for example, 1 let's write some string. And here also we can write boolean, and if everything works, we also can retrieve the data from it. For example, first element. So you see everything works here. Also we can second, third element, and also here we can look at the length. It has 3 elements. Okay, let's create the array days, because we can, and I will show you another features. For example, Monday. So in JavaScript we can also we can add another indexed volume. So I will show you what I mean. We can days, and here in curly braces we can write, for example, 100, and it means that it will add a next value, a next element to the position number 100. So let's write some string in your life. And it also works. We can check it, log to this talk console, and you see everything was stored. But how it looks like inside of this, generally how our array looks like now. So you see this array has 101 length, and I will tell you about this later. And you see we have here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here, and empty positions here, and the one position number 100. This is our last element. For example, let's retrieve number. Here we see 0, 1, 2, for example, third element. And you see, we will get undefined, because also we can retrieve, for example, 5. Also, it's undefined. So each position has just like storage place for it, but it has value undefined, and only this number 100 has a value, and before that, for example, 99, it has also undefined. So this array has a name, sparse array. So because it's not compact, let's say this. Okay, and about the length, it's also it's simply it's just calculates the last element. So here length, it calculates the last element and add 1 for it. So if you want to add element to the last position, it's better to do it like this. I will show you. Not 100. Let's duplicate. So here we just write days length plus 1. So it will add this element to the last position. Oh, even oh yes, this is to the last position, and if you want the next, it will add to the next position. So let's look how it looks like now. So now it's just without these gaps here. And also another small notation about arrays. We can also write it without here, without these elements. So it will also be array, and you see that it's just empty places. So this way we create this small cell, let's say it, and here it's stored like undefined. And note about this last comma. Logically we can understand that here the first element, and here the second element, and here the last element. But arrays, this last comma, it doesn't mean that here will be element. It means that here just we can add comma in the end of array, and it's just not create another storage for the volume. And for today that's all. Thank you for watching, and in the next lessons we will talk about methods for arrays, to which of them mutable, which of them change original array. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next lessons.